What's happening? Crypto fam, happy Tuesday. We are on Tuesday, aren't we? I'm tired at the moment. Good morning and welcome back to LoveForCrypto. I'm Scott. It's a pleasure to have you here. I appreciate you taking the time out to consume the content, so thank you. This morning I want to have a little chat about there being no payments in the future. I know there's a couple of people, I've had messages of people struggling to get the red. They watch one of the videos, they're struggling to get the red around it a little bit, but in the future there'll be no payments. All it means is a text message is a letter, but we don't see it as sending a letter because it's now that easy to do. You don't have to go home, get your pen out, get your paper out, write the letter, whack it in an envelope, go to the post box or the post office, get it posted to the person, wait for it to get delivered to the person, wait for the person to read it. They're gonna whack a reply on a pigeon or some shit, and it's going to get back to you about a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks later. God knows what it was back in the day. I don't know. But a letter, you can still send a letter, don't get me wrong, but the fact of the matter is, for the analogy and the metaphor, letters don't really exist anymore. We can send a letter without it feeling like we're sending a letter. So, there'll be no payments in the future. You will send a payment, you'll pay for something, you'll do an asset swap, whatever you're going to do, the settlement will be so instant, so cheap, and with such little friction that it will seem like you've not even made a payment at all. It'll just probably swap something. None of this 3 to 5 days pending payment in your banks and all that bullshit. Now there's a little article here on Forbes. It is from a week ago, so it's a little dated, but we'll read through it anyway because it matches what I want to talk about. And the future of payments in a DLT-based European economy. Now the World Economic Forum put in one of their documents, in the future there'll be no payments. So it's interesting what Forbes are going to write here. The distributed ledger technology, or DLT, enables a wide range of innovative industrial use cases and business models. For example, through programmable payments, the seamless exchange of assets, the seamless exchange of assets, goods and services. Through programmable payments, the seamless exchange. Seamless, there it is straight away. I mean, they're skimming over it a little bit, but there'll be no payments. They'll be that seamless and easy to do. To exploit the full potential of a DLT-based European economy, it is crucial to integrate the euro into DLT networks. In this paper, we propose a framework for the developing payment solutions for a DLT-based European economy. To end this, we decompose the digital payments value chain into 3 pillars: the contract execution system, the digital payment infrastructure, and the monetary unit. Based on this framework, we systematically compare account and token-based payment solutions, including a bridge solution, e-money tokens, synthetic central bank digital currencies, sCBDCs, and a central bank digital currency, CBDC. We conclude that no individual payment solution will be sufficient to address all emerging use cases. Instead, a broad array of payment solutions will emerge and coexist. These solutions will apply to a variety of different use cases and will be launched at different points in time. I'm telling you now, when people lose their jobs to robots and you get your basic living wage, do not be surprised if 80% of the money you receive is in a form of digital currency that you have to spend on food, that you have to spend on electric, that you have to spend on utility to survive. It's a fucking living money, so you spend it to survive. Yeah. It's going to be extremely interesting. Do not be surprised if that happens. Various European institutions have increased their efforts to modernize the payment infrastructures in Europe, including digital finance package from the European Commission. And the inquiry into the digital euro by the European Central Bank. Against the background of these developments, we aim to answer the following research questions. How will the future of payments in a DLT-based European economy look like? What are the most suitable Euro-based payment systems to facilitate the execution of and integration with DLT-based smart contracts? When will these payment systems be operational? We answer these questions by comparing account and token-based solutions for the euro, or the digital euro. In our analysis, we consider the public sector and the private sector as potential issuers of the digital euro. In particular, we analyse possible designs of a digital payment system that enables the transfer of money triggered by DLT-based decentralised business logics, such as smart contracts. These payment systems include solutions based on existing infrastructures, i.e. bank accounts, as well as novel DLT-based payment rails, example, e-money tokens or a central bank digital currency. Our analysis indicates that there will be no single payment solution for a DLT-based European economy. Rather, we expect a broad array of payment systems for multiple use cases to be launched at different points in time. It is unforeseeable to expect that there will be a single suitable solution for a wide range of emerging use cases. It is also unlikely that one solution applicable to many use cases will be launched in the short term. Therefore, we propose a roadmap towards a digital euro and the future of payments in a DLT-based European economy that entails a step-by-step timeline of incremental infrastructure solutions. Our key findings are as follows. Both account and token-based infrastructures have advantages and disadvantages. We find that systems relying on the existing account-based banking infrastructure is sufficient for most of the relevant use cases in the short term. Token-based solutions will require more time to be developed and implemented, but they will be more effective and able to address the use cases that remain incompatible with account-based solutions. Nevertheless, the account-based payment system will not cease to exist after token-based payments are enabled. The saying in Greg's the other day that your fucking car is going to end up cost you more to spend cash than it will e-money. We consider the two systems to be complementary. For the future, we envision an increasingly complex world with euro running on multiple infrastructures, including DLT, and serving different classes of use cases. Consequently, we argue that there will be no one-size-fits-all payment solution. Neither the Euro CBDC nor e-money tokens, EMT, or synthetic CBDCs and sCBDCs alone will be able to address the diverse needs that arise in increasing interconnected and automated world. Very, very interesting, and I mean we're not even halfway through this yet, I don't think. Yeah, we are. Let's blast this last little bit off. It's essential to work on different payment solutions in parallel, not only because they address different use cases, but also because they will be rolled out at different points in time. Private sector solutions building upon existing account-based infrastructures will enter the market first. Expectedly as soon as 2021, the first token-based solutions will also be issued by the private sector and include e-money tokens and sCBDCs. Depending on the progress with regard to technological and regulatory hurdles, these solutions would enter the market in 2022-2023. We do not expect a CBDC issued by the ECB to be rolled out on a large scale before 2026. I've been telling you guys, I fucking tried to telling you, yeah? Ain't seen nothing yet, 2025 onwards, baby. Which of the DLT-based euro-denominated payment solutions, EMTs, sCBDCs, or CBDCs, is best suited to facilitate the execution of an integration with DLT-based smart contracts? And when will they be operational? Figure 1 presents a roadmap for the introduction of private and public sector solutions for the digital euro. Bridge solutions that connect DLT-based smart contracts with the euro on bank accounts could be available as early as 2021. Many of the existing use cases can be addressed based on this solution. To enable future use cases, example related to micropayments, we need on-chain euro. The first version of such a euro could be issued in 2022 in the form of an EMT. 1 year later, we expect synthetic CBDCs to enter the market, both for private multi-issuer versions of the digital euro, which will be subject to regulation that is currently being developed. While EMTs and sCBDCs face challenges related to the fungibility and interoperability, they bring about one important advantage: enabling private institutions to issue a digital euro in the form of an EMT or synthetic CBDC. It would allow harnessing the opportunities and leveraging the innovative capabilities of the private sector. The private sector institutions are better equipped to develop payment solutions for a DLT-based economy, leveraging the issuance of tokens to the private sector facilities a public-private partnership that exploits the comparative advantages of both sectors. The private sector, i.e. banks or other licensed intermediaries, is responsible for innovating and building intelligent solutions for end users. This includes the technology choice, data management, regulatory compliance, as well as customer onboarding, management, screening and monitoring, including KYC and anti-money laundering. CFT, the public sector, i.e. the central bank, focuses on regulation, supervision and financial stability. A CBDC issued by the ECB is a single issuer public version of the digital euro. We do not expect a euro CBD to be rolled out in the public before 2026. However, first tests with restrictive user base is similar to the CBD project in China. Could start as early as 2022. While a CBDC has advantages with regard to fungibility and interoperability, it might not be well suited to facilitate the execution of DLT contract. I mean, I don't like the way that, that nearly went wrong. I don't like all this, the bankers do this and the bankers do that, when most of us know at the moment the current problems in the world are all because of bad banking, and because them people have had the power to basically just do what they want for what seems like centuries, mate. So it's time it all comes down. I mean, this is quite interesting that they conclude that a DLT-based Euro CBDC will be the most optimal payment solution for a DLT-based European economy. It would be desirable to have one actor, e.g. the ECB, launching a one-fits-all solution as soon as possible. However, given the current discussions, it is unlikely that a Euro CBDC will be implemented in the short term, and that it will address the challenges and needs of market participants. A growing array of business models and use cases involving the digital euro will require a variety of diverse payment systems and solutions. There will be an increasingly complex world with the euro running on multiple infrastructures, including DLT systems, serving specific classes of use cases. Sounds like a basic living wage where you'll be given tokens that can only be spent on a certain thing. So many tokens for food to survive. So many tokens to keep your electric and your heating on. So many tokens to send your kids to school, blah, blah, blah. And then so many tokens for your vices, for you to go to the pub, for you to go and buy your weed, for you to do whatever you want to do, go and buy a glass of wine, bottle of whiskey, whatever you do, you buy, I ain't judging. You'll get your tokens to spend on that. It will only be about 10% of your basic living wage, though. They're probably going to call it a basic survival wage, because it will be the survival wage, and everyone else above it will just be seen as living, and everyone else that's doing nothing but that is just surviving. That's going to be your divide, innit? The poverty line will still be there. Proliferation of private sector solutions may also lead to a fragmentation of digital payment infrastructures in Europe and could raise issues of interoperability. While a variety of payment system solutions may address specific industry demands and cater for the emerging business models, lack of payment integration and uniform solutions like a Euro CBDC may hinder competitiveness of the Euro and undermine digital sovereignty of Europe. Given the strong network effects of payments, the race is on for a dominant payment solution capable of catering for the needs of a DLT-based European economy. The ECB may need to take a broader look at its mandate to meet the challenges of a DLT-based European economy and provide an alternative to potential foreign payment providers. The European policymakers should also focus on providing adequate frameworks that support innovation in payment systems, mitigate risks, and harness the opportunities in order to bring DLT-based European economy of the future to the forefront in digital payments, competitiveness, and enhance Europe's progress towards strategic autonomy. I mean, it's hotting up. It is hotting up, but I don't like... I mean, in the end, when they sort all them payments out and they sort the bridges out and the Internet of Values actually starting to become self-sufficient through algorithms and machine-to-machine payments, there will be no payments. A person in the near future likely won't pay their rent. You know, like your phone bill. I still ring up to pay my phone bill. Me ring up and I'm like, bish bash bosh, and I pay my phone bill whatever day I want to do it before the deadline. Some people have a direct debits. I don't do direct debits to my bank accounts anymore. That's why, if you was wondering why I ring up and pay my phone bill, I don't do direct debits anymore, because I don't trust the direct debits to the bankers. I'll trust an algorithm that's going to let me pay someone over time and stuff like that, but I'm not trusting bankers' direct debits anymore, because they let me double spend and stuff so they can get fucked. Anyway, right, the payments disappearing. I mean, so right, it could legitimately be 10 to 15, 20 years till most of us are seeing it, but your house paying for your rent, your phone just paying for your phone bill, yeah, everything paying for power as it's using it, your TV paying for Virgin as you're watching it and paying for Netflix as you're watching it, your car paying for the fuel as you... Basically every device you own having access to your daily wallet, not your big vault. So you're going to have safes, vaults, different wallets. Some wallets will have loads in what are more locked up and harder to get into and need more two-factor authentications. Another one's just going to be the money that you've got to spend for that week, and you're bish bash boshing it into the daily wallet, which everything is then paying stuff out for you. You're not going to notice them payments. You're not going to actively do them payments. You're not even going to see them leave your wallet half the time, but you're going to know they're going. But there's no real payment, is there? It was swap. It was a swap for a service. So whether you swap XRP through Coil for watching Netflix, as you're getting the service off them, they're taking XRP. You're swapping value. You're taking value out of Netflix in the form of entertainment. Netflix will be taking value off you in the form of XRP. It just becomes a swap. You won't really feel like you're paying for Netflix anymore. In the future, there'll be no payments. Just like there's hardly anyone sends a letter anymore. That's basically what it comes down to. And again, when people say, well, there's always going to be a payment in it, people still send letters. It's like, well, eventually I doubt anyone will send a letter. And eventually I doubt anyone will feel like they're making payments. Just be asset swaps and trades, I guess. Because payment suggests as an IOU has gone out. The settlement is where it's finalised. Do you know what I mean? So payment and settlement are actually different, but it's a video for another day. Yeah, I'm gonna go get ready for work. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Wishing health and happiness to you and yours. Invest in yourself, the Internet of Value. Live long and hodl it, so you're ready to let it go, baby. Turn your hobbies into revenue as soon as possible. And hold on if you can. till 2025 and beyond, because I'm telling you, that's when the big fireworks start going off. I'm telling you now, that's when the big fireworks start going off. We love crypto. We love where the future's heading and where our lives are heading. And we love you. Yeah? Until the next one, peace.